Hello everyone, welcome to Banajawad College, Banajawad College online classes. Now, already in the last session, we have discussed about the different kinds of contraceptive methods. In that mainly we have discussed about the natural methods. In the artificial methods, we have discussed already we have discussed about mechanical methods. In that we discussed up to barrier methods. Now, in this session, one more time I will revise the complete flowchart of contraceptive methods, and after that we will move to the IUDs. Clear? Now we can see that already you know that what is the contraceptives, what are contraceptive methods and what is contraception, you know very well. And after that, in this the contraceptive methods we are categorized mainly into three types. The two types, in that one more is extra that we are discussing here under the category of contraceptives, that is MTP. Mainly we are discussing here, that is temporary methods one, and second one is the permanent methods. Under the category of temporary methods, again we are categorized into two types, that is one is the natural and another one is artificial methods. Under the category of natural, we have already discussed about periodic abstinence, or else we can say it as a safe period, and also we can call it as a rhythm period. Okay, in this period, we are already explaining about fertile period. In the fertile period, 10th day to 17th day during in menstrual cycle, we are not going to be participating in the sexual contact. That period we can say it as a fertile period. Okay, after that we can participating in sexual contact before 10th day, after 17th day. If you are participating in sexual contact also, there is no problem. That period we can say it as a safe period. This period we can say it as a fertile period. Clear? Now later on the second method, that is coitus interruptus. Coitus, under the coitus interruptus, we already discussed about that. Before ejaculating the sperm into the vagina of the female, we are removing the penis from the vagina of the female, so that the ejaculation will not takes place or will not occurs in the vagina. There is no chance to get the pregnancy. Clear? Now the next one, the third method, that is the lactational amenorrhea. In this lactational amenorrhea method, already I told you that it is effectively working up to the 6 months after the fertilization, or also after the delivery, up to 6 months, the mother releasing or secreting sufficient amount of the milk. At that time, there is no chance to get the MC. MC means nothing but menstrual cycle. There is no chance of getting menstrual cycle, so that there is no chance to get the pregnancy. Clear? This is about the natural methods. Now we'll move to the artificial methods. Under the category of artificial methods, if you talk about the mechanical methods, under these mechanical methods, already we discussed about the barrier methods. Barrier methods. Under the category of these barrier methods, we have explained about condoms. We explained about the male condoms and as well as female condoms, and after that we explained about the diaphragms, we explained about the cervical caps and valves. Clear? These all things in the last session we explained clearly. Clear? Now in this session we are explaining about the IUDs. Okay, under the IUDs examples we will discuss about Lips loop, copper releasing IUDs and hormonal IUDs. Clear? Now what are IUDs? What is the meaning of IUDs and how it is working? What are the drawbacks of these IUDs? We will discuss clearly now. Okay. Now see here, in this session we are focusing completely on IUDs. Later we will move forward to the chemical methods. See that first one, IUDs. What are IUDs? IUDs means nothing but intrauterine devices. Intrauterine devices. Okay. These are the clinical devices. These are the clinical devices which are inserted by doctors or expert nurses into the uterus of the female through the vagina. One more time I will repeat it. Listen. These are the clinical devices which are inserted by doctors in the uterus of the females through the vagina. Clear? Now we will discuss about the types. Under the category of uterine devices, different types are there. We will discuss one by one clearly. In the types, we will discuss about the non-medicated. First type is non-medicated. The second type is medicated IUDs. Under the category of non-medicated, we will explain about lips loop. In some books they mentioned lipper loop. In some books they given lips loop. Okay. Now we can see that the non-medicated. It is a non-medicated IUDs example. Now the next one we are discussing about the second one, that is the medicated IUDs. Under this category we will explain about copper releasing IUDs and hormonal releasing IUDs. Copper releasing IUDs examples is copper T, copper 7, multilodal injection. Now later on hormonal IUDs. Under the category of hormonal IUDs examples is LNG20. LNG20 means levogastral 20 mg. Levogastral 20 mg. It is a hormone releasing IUDs. Now the next one, progestate. It is also another hormonal releasing IUDs. Clear? Now we will explain about the non-medicated IUDs, that is the Lippers loop, and the next one we will explain about hormonal IUDs. Now we can see that the Lippers loop, if you take here, in this category of Lippers loop, we will discuss clearly about that. It is the Lippers loop or else lips loop. If you take here, it is a double S-shaped. It is double S-shaped plastic. It is made up of with a plastic. It is coiled structure, that is double S-shaped coiled structure. Clear? It is not having any kind of medications in it. It is just only a plastic tube. So that it is how it is working. Actually it is the double S-shaped plastic coil or plastic tube, we can say. How it is working, how it is going to be preventing the pregnancy. If you see here the mechanism of action of Lippers loop, that is it acts like as a physical barrier. It causes sterile inflammatory response by producing a tissue injury of minor degree but sufficient enough to spermicidal activity. It means that, for example, if you place this loop inside the vagina of the female, inside the uterus, inside the uterus of the female, at the time what happened? It causes or it caused the minor damage to the uterus. Okay, so that in that place may chance to get the infection. Due to that infection, what happens? Finally, for example, if you take this is the uterus of the female. Here, when you place this IUDs, the double S-shaped IUDs, if you place here what happens? It causes a minor damage. Due to this damage, finally what happens is it causes a inflammatory effect. Inflammatory effect. Due to this inflammatory effect, what happens? Wherever the injuries takes place, okay, from the blood, the white blood cells will reaches to this place, and finally the accumulation of white blood cells will occurs in this area. Due to accumulation of white blood cells, in that white blood cells mainly neutrophils and macrophages. Okay, macrophages. These are having an ability to undergo the phagocytosis process. Okay, these are having an ability to undergo the phagocytosis process. Phagocytosis process means here, in this case, whenever the sperm cells are enter into the vagina of the female to uterus, at the time these macrophages and neutrophils are attacking on them and engulfing those sperm cells, so that the sperms are died in sperms are undergoes the death in this area, so that the sperms are not available to enter into the fallopian tube. There is no chance to get the pregnancy. Are you getting clear? Okay, right. Now we'll move to the second type, that is the here copper releasing IUDs mean all these examples. If you take here copper T, copper 7, multi-load 375. For example, why they are given copper T, copper 7, multi-load in different names for the copper releasing IUDs mean all are the working principle is similar, but only the difference is shape difference. The difference in the shape. Now we can see, for example, if you take copper T, this IUD, it is a plastic tube, the same. Here we are observing T-shaped structure. It looks like as a T-shape, so that we can call it as a copper T. Copper ions are presented in it, but the shape is T-shape, so that it is called as a copper T. If you see copper 7, same thing, but the shape is 7 shape. Okay, the 7 letter shape, so that we can call it as a copper 7. If you go to the multi-load injection with multi-load IUDs, if you take multi-load IUDs, if you see, this is the structure of multi-load IUDs. This is the multi-load IUDs. It looks like this one. Now, in this multi-load IUDs, if you observe it, here mainly this is we can call it as a plastic stem. This stem wrapped with a copper wire. Okay, how much distance it is wrapped means it is mainly wrapped is 375 millimeter square. So that's what it is called as a multi-loaded 375. 375 means nothing but 375 millimeter square. The copper wire is wrapped around the stem of the IUDs. Clear? Are you getting now? Clear. Now, some members were asking, all the mechanisms are similar, no sir? Why they are making in the different varieties in this category? Okay, what is the need to make this one means? The main thing is, here copper T having some of the disadvantages, maybe it rupturing the uterus wall, so that the next thing they made the 7 shape, it may be one side only attaching to the uterus wall, the damage will be less, they thought. And second time, in the short, then compared to these two, it is a very short in length and it is effective than compared to these two. So that's what finally they made the multi-load 375, 250, 180, different varieties are there in this category. It means a replacement of time for this is mainly some of the multi-load injections are working 3 years duration, some are 5 years duration, some are having even 6 to 10 years of duration also. Okay, 6 to 10 years even. Then these copper teas also, some are having 1 year duration, some are 2 years, some are 3 years. Okay, and these 7 also same thing, around 3 years effectively working in the body. After that we are going to be replacing these copper IUDs from the body, and again new one. If you want to introduce the new one, you can introduce. Otherwise, if you don't want to introduce any IUDs, you can go for the next. Sometimes in the entrance they are asking regarding IUDs only, which IUDs are, for example, which IUDs are belongs to the first generation. Which IUDs are belonging to the first generation among those 3 types? That is, first generation means, for example, option A if you see lips loop, option B if you see copper IUDs, and option C if you observe it, hormonal IUDs, and if you go to the option D, he'll explain about here the none of these. Clear? Now in this, which one is correct for the first generation is, that is lips loop. Why? Because lips loop is the first generation IUDs. Mean first they are introduced, they are prepared the IUDs that is in the form of lips loop, just the physical barrier type they made. After that, this is not working effectively, so that in the next generation they made the copper IUDs. Copper IUDs are belonging to the second generation, and then this advanced methods are hormonal IUDs. This is belonging to the third generation. Are you getting now? Based on this also we can classify the IUDs. First generation IUDs, second generation IUDs, third generation IUDs even. Clear? Now the mechanism of actions of different types of the IUDs we'll discuss here. Now first already I explained about Lippers loop. Lippers loop mechanism of action is, it causes sterile inflammatory response by producing a tissue injury. Because of this, we know it increases the phagocytosis process. Now the next one, second, copper ion releasing IUDs. What happens here? These are releasing ionized copper ions. These ions are acting on the sperms, decreases the sperm motility and also increases the sperm mortality. Mortality means nothing but death. Okay, increases the sperm mortality, decreases the sperm motility. Motility means movement, mortality means death. Are you getting? Okay, right. Now the last one, that is hormonal IUDs. Hormonal IUDs are make the uterus unfit for implantation. Unfit for implantation. It means it makes the changes in the endometrium of the uterus so that the endometrium is not comfortable to attach the embryo. That's what. This is also one of the method to prevent the pregnancy. Are you getting now? Clear? Right. Now we'll move to the drawbacks of these IUDs. What are the drawbacks is there for the IUDs? Drawbacks of IUDs is mainly it is spontaneously expulsion. Okay, the spontaneous expulsion. Second one is occasional hemorrhage. Occasional hemorrhage means nothing but bleeding. Occasional bleeding may take place because the reason is causes the injuries. It causes the injury or rupturing of the uterus walls takes place. Due to this rupturing, what happened? Bleeding may takes place. Chances of causing the infection. See that? First one expulsion, after that hemorrhage, after that infection. If they cause the damage to the uterus walls, obviously it leads to the hemorrhage. If the hemorrhages takes place, obviously it causes the infection. So that this is the drawbacks of the IUDs. Are you getting clear idea about the IUDs? Okay, right. We'll move to the next method, that is the chemical method. Chemical method. Now we can see in this chemical method, what is chemical methods? What are the examples are come under this category? We'll discuss one by one. Chemical methods. Chemical contraceptives are available in the form of spermicidal creams, foams and jellies, tablets, injectables and implants. These all are examples for the chemical methods. Chemical contraceptives are available in the form of a spermicidal creams and foams, jellies, tablets, in the form of injectables, in the form of implants. Okay, clear. Now, first one we can take here, that is the spermicides. Okay, spermicides. Spermicides is a kind of birth control methods that has chemicals. That stop the sperms reaches to the egg. Okay, what happens here? In the name only indicates spermicidal. Spermicidal means spermi means nothing but sperms, and cidal means meaning is kill or killing. It means here the creams or maybe foams or jellies which contains some chemical substances. Those chemical substances are having an ability to kill the sperms which are released by the males in the vagina, and the vagina too they are passing into the uterus, and then it is death takes place due to the releasing of some of the chemicals. What kind of chemicals are presented in the spermicides? We'll see here. Some of the chemicals I will tell you. One chemical is lactic acid. Second one is citric acid and even KMNO4. Potassium permanganate. These three chemicals were mainly present in the spermicides which are having an ability to kill the sperms which are released by the males. Are you getting clear idea about these sperms? Under the spermicides only we discuss about the creams, foams and gels. All are coming under this category only. Now we can see next category is a very important question for the 2 marks. Even IUD is also very important for the 3 marks and 2 marks question. Okay, now we can see oral contraceptives. Oral contraceptives, in the name itself they mention oral contraceptives. These are the tablets which are taken through the mouth. That's what they mention, oral. The contraceptives which were taken through the mouth, we can say it as a oral contraceptives. Simply we can say pills, because these are available in the form of a tablets, so that's we can call it as a pills. These are also we can say it as a physiological devices. Why it is called as a physiological devices mean these tablets are having an ability to change the physiology of our body. So that's what we can also say it as a physiological devices. Now we can see these are used in the form of a tablets. So that's are hence the popularly called as pills. Why they are called as a pills? Because they are available or they are used in the form of a tablets. So that's we can call it as a pills. Clear? Now the next one, the pills contains progesterone hormones and estrogen hormones. The pills are contains a progesterone hormones and estrogen hormones. Pills have to be taken for 21 days. Starting with the first 5 days of the menstrual cycle. It means when we are going to be, how we are going to be taking these pills, when we have to start, when we have to stop it, means you can see here, that is first day to fourth day. Fourth day in menstrual cycle. This period we can say it as a bleeding period. Bleeding period. Bleeding period means in this first day to fourth day, bleeding will occur in the females. So that we can't take these tablets during in this 1 to 4th day. When we are starting at the 5th day, we are starting the taking of these tablets continuously. 5th day, 6th day, 7th day, 8th day, like that continuously we have to take these tablets. Okay, without forgetting, continuously we need to take the tablets. But here we are noticing 5th day the dose of hormone is little bit less than compared to 6th day. Then compared to 6th day, 7th day, little bit more hormone is presented, and like 8th day also. Now one more time I will repeat it, this one. 5th day, if you observe it, here the concentration of hormone is, for example, 1 microgram is presented for 5th day. 6th day, if you observe it, it may be a 1.2 micrograms. Like that, the dose going to be increasing day by day to prevent the pregnancy. Now, are you getting this one? It is available in strips. In the strip in the strip itself, they mention all the details, when which day, which tablets we are going to be taking, how much dose it contains, how it is going to be working. Everything they will mention in this strip. Okay. Now the next one, types of these oral contraceptives. In which types, I mean how many types these oral contraceptives are available in the market, means mainly the oral contraceptives are available combined pills. Okay, first the types is two types. One is combined pills, second one is mini pills. Combined pills mean I already told you that here contains progesterone and estrogen hormones. In the combined pills we are observing progesterone plus estrogen hormone, both are presented in the combined pills. Combined pills, example we can take here Mala D, Malayan and Saheli. These three are belonging to the category of combined pills. Combined pills. Now we can see that Mala D, Malayan and Saheli, these three examples for the combined pills. What is meaning of combined pills? Combined pills means progesterone hormone plus estrogen hormone, both are present in a one tablet. We can call it as a combined pills. Why they are not using combined pills continuously? Why they are started again manufacturing of mini pills? Because combined pills having one disadvantage, that is these estrogen hormone causes the breast cancer. Research nowadays, in recent research recently the scientists are find this disadvantage, that is causing of breast cancer. So that they manufactured again mini pills. Mini pills means it contains only progesterone hormone. And that is in the brand name available in the market is Norgastron. In this form it is available in the market. This is the less side effects than compared to these combined pills. Now we can see, we are noticing here they are asking one question. Among these oral pills, which one is called as a non-steroidal oral pill? That is nothing but as a Saheli. Saheli is a non-steroidal oral contraceptive. Why it is called as a non-steroidal oral contraceptive? Means it is not contains any steroidal structures. That's what we can say it as a non-steroidal oral contraceptive. It having very less side effects than compared to the Malayan and Malati. Okay. Now we'll see the mechanism of action of these all the pills. Okay. First one, inhibiting the ovulation. How these pills are going to be inhibiting the ovulation actually, which how they are going to be inhibiting the ovulation means, for example, if you see, if you take the progesterone plus estrogen hormone into our body in the form of a tablets, so that increases the progesterone estrogen levels in the body. That's what it having an ability to inhibit the LH and FSH hormones are going to be decreases. That's what, if it is these two hormones are not having sufficiently in our body or in the female body, obviously the female body is not having an ability to produce the follicles, and as well as they are not having an ability to undergo the ovulation process. That's what we are going to be preventing the ovulation by taking of these combined pills or mini pills. Are you getting an idea? First one, ovulation. How it is going to be preventing the ovulation? By taking of the combined or mini pills, increases the hormonal concentration, that is the progesterone and estrogen levels in the body. Because of this, LH and FSH hormones are decreases. Due to this, ovulation will be stopped. Okay, clear. Now the next one, B, by inhibiting the motility of the sperms. By inhibiting the motility of the sperms. Motility. By inhibiting the motility of the sperms means, already I told you that in the case of the IUDs, decreases the sperm motility. That's what, where there is no chance to move the sperms from the vagina to fallopian tube. There is no chance to undergo the fertilization. Now the last one, that is the by alteration in the uterine endometrium layer. Uterine endometrium layer. It make it unsuitable for the implantation. It make it unsuitable for the implantation. Are you getting now? Okay, right. Now lastly, we'll discuss about the saline. Okay, because sometimes they are asking this one for the 1 mark question. Very important for 1 mark question. Now you can see saline. What is saline? A new oral contraceptive. Saline is a new oral contraceptive pill for female, has been developed at Central Drug Research Institute in Lucknow. Okay, this is asking for the 1 mark. What is CDRI? Where it is located? Okay, they were asking it one. And sometimes they are asking saline is manufactured under the CDRI. Okay, now you can see that. One more time, repeat it. Saline, it is a new oral contraceptive pill for the females. It has been developed at Central Drug Research Institute, that is CDRI in Lucknow. Okay, now we will discuss about the drawbacks of these oral contraceptives. What are the drawbacks? First one is it causes the nausea. Nausea problem. Nausea problem means, nausea meaning is nothing but vomiting sensation. Vomiting sensation it may produce. Now the next one, weight gain. Why we are getting weight? For example, if you see cancer patients will taking the steroids. Because of steroids, weight they are going to be increasing their weight. The reason is steroids are having an ability to increase the body weight. That's what the patients may get the weight gain. And next one, breast pain. Breast pain. It is also one of the drawbacks, and few more drawbacks we can say. It may cause the breast cancer even. And one more drawback is we may forget. We are not remembering all the days to take the tablets. If we are missing the tablet, the dose going to be changes. Okay, for example, we need to maintain. If you take here, how it is missing means what happens in the body. For example, one day we forgot to take the tablet, what happens in our body means, for example, if you take here graph, here this is the therapeutic level, this is the toxic, this is therapeutic level, this is the subtherapeutic level, this is the toxic level. If you take the tablet first day, some amount of tablet if you take, it rises the graph like this. It may reach up to the subtherapeutic level. If you take the next day, the hormone it may reaches to the therapeutic level. It maintains the therapeutic activity. Okay, then obviously it working on the body and going to be preventing the pregnancy. But the third day if you forget the drug, it again falling down into the subtherapeutic level. And again next day if you take also, it's going to be increasing a little bit. It is irregular manner, increasing, decreasing. If you take one day if you forget third day, fourth day if you took the 2 tablets, it may leads to the toxicity. One more time I will tell you that. If you missing 1 day tablet, it leads to a subtherapeutic action. If you take the 2 tablets and next day, it may cause the toxic problems. Okay, that's what it is also another drawback for the oral contraceptives. Okay, up to this is the chemical methods. In these chemical methods, we discussed up to the oral contraceptives. In the next class, we will discuss the injectables and implants with examples. Clear? Means when we are discussing infertility, there under the video, I will provide the complete PDF notes which I made regarding this chapter. Clear? Thank you.